Thank you, Ecovacs, for sponsoring today's video. This is Ecovacs' newest robot vacuum. It's the D-Bot X1 Omni. It has the most advanced technology. It's just like a robot from the future. It does a whole lot more than what these things used to do when they first came out. It is equipped with comprehensive functions that will truly free your hands, and it is a leading, well-rounded robot vacuum on the market. This has human-machine interaction and the latest self-driving technology, which is creating infinite possibilities for D-Bot. Robot vacuums have come a long way since they first came on the scene a few years ago, and so we have tried multiple different vacuums. Ecovacs has been a vacuum that has been a good, high-quality one that I've enjoyed using over the years. This is their newest, latest one, and I can say it's awesome. It has the mopping ability as well, but there's like a large tank which you saw me put inside here, which is awesome. So this is a large capacity vacuum, which we need for our family. So very cool little functions. I just had it finish mapping out our house, got my phone on my phone here. It also does a 3D image, so it'll do like, you can do furniture, you can go to furniture and add furniture where it's at. Very cool. So it maps out even kind of
all set and ready for your commands.
and you can talk to it, which is pretty cool. See, it said its name, so it's like it knows it's here. So it maps out the bedrooms out here. So all you have to do is like say its name and start cleaning, which is awesome. You could also tell it to go to clean in a certain area. So let's say I'm in the kitchen working and I realize there's a whole lot in there. I can say clean the kitchen, and it will go into the kitchen and start cleaning it, which is good. And then the problem with the other vacuums is sometimes we have to pick up everything on the floor, which we do for the most part. But you know, in kids' rooms, sometimes they leave like socks and stuff on the floor. So I'll be like, where's the vacuum? Where's the vacuum at? Nobody knows where it is. And it like gets a sock stuck inside the vacuum and then it just shuts off. We've had cords get wrapped around inside. Like when they first came out, they gave you these little magnetic strips that you'd put around everything. Well, that didn't go very well because it didn't stick on your floor forever. So I was like, so you just had to barricade everything away. And so now it's good because it, you know, actually recognizes it and stops it. So I'm going to use this one today and show you how it like will miss over the sock that it sees on the floor. Also will like if you do like a lot of sometimes when you have like a large mess, like I know when I'm working in my kitchen, there's a big giant mess on the floor. It's kind of like you always have to wait for it to like make sure it goes over it. Sometimes it doesn't go back over it. This will show how it goes back over that area very, very well. Make sure it gets it nice and clean. Okay, Yiko, start cleaning.
Start vacuuming.
I locked the vacuum in this little area here so I could demonstrate how it will see a sock. So see how it goes around, doesn't suck up the sock, goes around it. Then I dropped coffee granules here on the floor just to show how it will go over it once and then realize that it needs to go back over it because there was more debris to pick up. And now I'm gonna do the mopping on the floor here with our vacuum. So I'm just gonna put the mop pads in. These go in really easy. They're magnetic, they just go inside. This will be good because it's gonna do its good clean. You can put cleaner in here as well so you have a nice, fresh smelling floor. With its 4 levels of suction, and also it has 3 different levels for water for mopping the floor as well. So it was cleaning the floors and it said, mopping pads are dirty. So it came back to the docking station and cleaned off the pads, and now it's going to continue cleaning. The vacuum is currently all finished with the floor, mopping it, so it's heating up the pad on the back and it's going to dry it so that way it doesn't get moldy and gross, because that's like the worst thing of it. It's like it just makes it moldy. So it did deep cleaning on my floor and it did a thorough job, like over and I'm like, oh my goodness, is this done yet? It was doing a good job because I did a good deep wash on it. So awesome, awesome vacuum cleaner. If you want to check out one of these vacuums, go ahead and go check out the link in the description below. Good company, been using them for a long time and absolutely love them. So thank you, Ecovacs, for sending me your product and sponsoring today's video. Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Monday. Happy Monday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going wonderfully. We had a really, really good weekend this weekend, and so last week was exhausting. I was even exhausted on Saturday. I like filmed for a little bit and then I got like what I needed to get done, and then I was in bed early. I laid down, I don't even know, 4 o'clock or something, and just stayed in bed. I was tired. I was like, you know, you feel that mom guilt for being in bed and then you should be out doing things. And I'm like, you know what? Had to be reminded, you know what, you do a lot. You do a lot, Amy, and it's okay to do this. So I did. And it was very nice to just relax and chill, not really do anything, fell asleep, slept amazing, and then got up for Sunday and had Mother's Day, and that was good. Got up and woke up to a bunch of homemade cards. You appreciate homemade written cards, I think, from your kiddos, and so I'm just very thankful, very thankful. They got me a beautiful smelling candle, and I'm like, delicious. It was just good morning, good morning. Got up. I'm not a big breakfast person. I really wasn't yesterday either, so they were like, will you make you breakfast? I'm like, I'm good. I think I'm good, just coffee. So I had coffee. And then we went to church, and church was really good. Had a good worship time and a good message, and came home, and then just chilled for a little bit. And then the girls are, you do life as well as Mother's Day. It's not always just mommy focused day. And so we had Jaden in Brooklyn will be graduating this year, and so we never did like graduation ceremonies. My older ones, they graduated when we were in Michigan, and just never did that. We weren't part of a co-op. We weren't part of that thing. Our church really didn't do any like graduation type, honorary type things. And so here, my girls, they're like, we want to do graduation like thing. And I'm like, that's cool. And so they got their cap and gowns, they got all their stuff finished, and then they wanted to go get pictures. And so we're like, we were going to do it on Saturday, but it just didn't work out because both of them were off doing something. And then I'm like, during the week, it gets so busy. Like, life gets busy. It really, really does. Like, I know I need to even go get Jensen's haircut, and I was like, I'm going to do it on like a day that I don't have anything to do, because on the weekend, because during the week, life just fills up, and it's like, oh my goodness, there's no time. So I was like, let's just go. Let's go Maddie made the wonderful suggestion to go get pelicans. She's like, Mom, I think you need a pelican for your Mother's Day. And I'm like, Maddie, that's a great idea. So, because the last time we got pelicans, I wasn't sure if like my taste was all bad, or if it was like my body's changing. I just didn't like the flavor, because I love a good pelican, and I had it, and it tasted almost like sugar-free syrup, which is fine, but it just made it ruined because it has that aftertaste of whatever the fake sugar is, and I just was not liking it. I was like, ooh, I don't even like this anymore, and so it just ruined it for me, like flavor-wise. So I haven't had one since, I think it was last year we went. And so I was like, okay, we'll try it, it'll be fine. So the girls, we went up to Jump Off Rock to go get pictures, because it was showing it was not too bad up there. We got up there and it just started raining, and I was like, ooh. I'm like, we'll give it like 5 minutes. I'm like, I see a blue sky in the distance, like a circle, like a little area, and I'm like, we'll just wait. And then within 5 minutes, it was still like a downpour, and I'm like, okay, the blue sky has gone away, and now it's all gray. So I'm like, let's drive down and go search out a different area for sunshine. So that's the beauty of the mountains. You can go one direction and find rain, and go the other and find none. So we drove into town, and they're like, let's drive through the main town. We can go get some steps on the courthouse steps. And I was like, courthouse steps? I don't know these things. And so they did. They got some great pictures. I was like, it's amazing. Think back to like when you did your senior pictures, and you like, everybody did the same poses, and you had like certain ones that everybody with their hands were this, I don't even know how the hands were the same, and just the same ones sitting on the ground. They were just like the same sample ones. Now I'm like, the girls are taking pictures. I'm like, you guys are awesome. I'm like, how would you even know what to do? And they're like, Mom, Pinterest, there's tons of ideas. And I'm like, it's so funny, because obviously nowadays everything is Instagram and pictures, and everybody knows how to do these great pictures. So I'm like, how great, because even they were going to take my camera, and I said, and my camera is really nice, and I was like, honestly, your smartphone is just as good as my camera, which is crazy. And so I'm like, technology nowadays is just amazing. So they were just taking their phones and taking nice photos, and they had great ones. So we did that, and then we were over by the Pelican place, and we went over and got one of those, and it was good. It did not disappoint. I can honestly say that that was just a fluky thing last year, and they must have ran out of the good syrup, and this year they're back to regular. So we had a Pelican snowball, and that was good. And then came home, and then the girls Jaden wanted to take a road shot, like one in the middle of a road with her guitar. And I was like, okay, again, I don't know these things. And then I saw their pictures. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's like the greatest picture ever. I'm like, so smart, girls. I'm like, they just got that ability. I'm out of it. I'm out of film, but I don't know like camera angles and the photography thing of it. So very, very cool. So they got that done yesterday. So I was like, yay, got your photos done. And then came in here and like left the house. I was like, we had chili, so I pulled that out and ate that. And then that night I went out to dinner with Evan. Evan took me out to dinner, which was really very sweet, very, very sweet. So we went out and got some good dinner last night, which was nice. And so just nice, you know, when your kids get older, sometimes it's harder to get out with them, especially when they're working and they're doing their thing. And it's like you spend a lot of time. I think I spend more time obviously with the younger ones in school still because they're not working all full time like he is. And so he's working full time around the clock and just gone on the weekends doing his thing. And so it was just nice. It was nice to go out to dinner. We had a really good time and just chatted the whole way. I'm like, wow. I'm like, that you know, you go out with your kids and you just have conversations and it's the whole time and you can just talk and just have a good time. And it was just good time. So we enjoyed ourselves and came home, and I came home and the kids, I was like, there was a little bit of chili and I said, whatever you guys want to make, I don't care. Chicken in the freezer, mac and cheese in the in the pantry, whatever, tater tots, anything. And so I got home and I said, what'd you guys end up making? They said, Brooke made we call it Jared's casserole, but it's just bow tie pasta in my cookbook. I'm like, really? And so I'm like, impressive. And so it was just, she made up, and it was easy. I even went in the freezer today to look up something, and she even got the peppers out of there and chopped those up and used those. And I was like, wow. So they had delicious dinner last night, which was very nice, very good, very sweet. And then even, one can only do dairy free. And so there was Chick-fil-A that they got for the weekend and they didn't eat it. So they passed that to Jensen, who couldn't do that. And I'm like, how awesome. I'm like, kids are amazing. My kids are amazing. I'm like, I know your kids are amazing too, but I was like, very thankful, very thankful. And then I went to bed and I was like, if the house is a mess, the house is a mess. We'll clean it up tomorrow. No big deal. So here we are today. This morning we're here and it's Monday. We're back to picking up. I mean, the house, it stays pretty clean because it's been clean since we've been doing our showings and everything else. And so it just has to have the daily pickups. That's what we're going to focus on today. And I'm going to focus on my couches today. I'm a bit excited because, I did the bird feathers in my cushions of my couch, not thinking like, whatever, it'll make it fluffier. No, they all came poking through the side. And so one of you, please let me know who, said, go get some pillowcases, put the stuffing in, because I'm like, I gotta take it all out. Well, there's 10,000 feathers stuck within the fluff. And so they said, take it out, put it in a pillowcase and then restuff it. I'm like, genius. So I got some pillowcases. I didn't get it for every cushion because they were like, it's whole $6 for two. I thought, let me see how it does, and then if I have to do it, I think there was only like 4. There might just be 4 that they poke through. I'll see. If I need to get more, I will get more. But that is my goal today, is the couch, and I want to carpet clean it and like clean it off, or like spot clean it with the cleaning machine, the cold, wet one, because it hasn't been done. I thought I'd like to do that before we go. I probably should do it after we move, but it's good. It needs to be done. So I want to clean that today. That's my goal for my cleaning focus today. Obviously, we have to do the house and life, just cleaning because we live here. So we're still not moving. We're still like waiting. I told you it's going to be some time. Yes, I announced it a while ago, but we have a closing date, and it's a long closing day, a very long closing date. And so, which enabled us time, which was awesome. And then, so it's just the waiting. It's the waiting and the waiting and the waiting. But you know what? We just wait patiently and I can't say patiently, because sometimes I'm like, can we just what this, that? And I'm like, no, patiently wait. Do what you got to do to get through it. So hopefully this week will have I won't have to leave my house. That's what I'm hopeful for. And just, unless we choose to, and just can like be in getting normal stuff done. That's my goal. But if I gotta leave the house because of a inspection or a showing, whatever, then I will. But I'm hopeful for not that. Hopefully that's behind us. We'll see how things go. So it's gonna be a good Monday, great Monday. I gotta make food, all the wonderful things. You ready for a great day? All right, thank you for watching through sponsored content. That helps my channel, helps my family, all those things. And I thank you guys for your continued support through that. So, all right, let's go have a clean up kitchen, get everything wiped down, easy to go. You guys ready? All right, let's go. Kitchen, real simple to wipe everything up. There's really not any dishes. The girls did those last night, which was nice. And so I'm just gonna leave the few that we have in the sink here. Wipe down. It's like I said, they already cleaned everything. So, you know, you do another wipe just like you do things over again, just to make sure everything's cleaned up. And then my ice machine, put some vinegar in here to clean this out real quick, so I have to scrub it out. The microwave, yeah, clean the microwave out. And then I'm like, ooh, there's like a chunk of cheese on the corner here. So I'm gonna spray it. Hopefully it'll soften up here by the time I'm done. Just wipe everything down. Again, everything's pretty much good and deep cleaned. It's just a, you know, quick wipe up of everything. And then the cheese here in the microwave, I realized was a little bit solidified, so I had to get my scraper out and scrape it. That's the good plastic cheese. It's good, you know, the plastic cheese. It's a good thing. So kitchen cleaned up, easy. It's like not a whole lot to do in the kitchen, which is awesome. I'm very I mean, my time's gonna come where I have a million things to do, and especially in a new house, cleaning everything up. But for right now, it's simple and easy cleanup. And then I'm gonna throw in a load of towels here. I had our rug got dirty this weekend and I didn't even wash it. I just threw it in the basket here. So I'm like, I need to do a load. Our laundry is just getting easier and easier. Kids are older. Everybody pretty much does their own laundry, which is awesome. Even the boys are starting on theirs, which is good. So I just have to do towels. I'm like, and most of the time, like they can just throw them in, but I usually throw them in because I'm using the kitchen, and kitchen ones get smelly wet after a while. So easy, throw it in. I'll take my laundry down here. It's all hanging up to dry. I did mine last night, so it'll be good. Okay, we're gonna go on to, I don't know yet. Let's go see what we're gonna do next. Good thing about having nothing in your home, your cleaning gets done really quick. You know, the only thing I have to buy is a fly swatter. I'm looking around. We have flies this year, which is so weird. You know, when you go through seasons, like I remember a few years ago in Michigan, we had a ladybug season. Oh my goodness. I remember walking outside my house, the entire side of my house was covered in ladybugs. Like entire side of the house was covered in ladybugs. And we had a lot of flies in Michigan, but we live like in farmland type thing. And then we moved here, we had no flies, like zero flies. Never even seen flies at all. Like at all. We get stink bugs. The last couple years there's been a lot of stink bugs, but this year has been flies. I'm like, where are flies coming from? So it's weird, the different seasons of things. I know like here we rarely get mosquitoes, just don't have them here. And then like, you know, go somewhere, somebody else's house 10 minutes away and they have a ton of mosquitoes. So it gets bad just because it's water, all that kind of thing, but just interesting. So flies, I just saw one fly and I'm like, I need to go to the dollar store and get a fly swatter. Try to remind me on that, we'll see. But anyways, let's start on our couch. The house is clean, there's like nothing, there's nothing to do, which is, I'm like just talking to Jade and she was getting breakfast and I'm like, I can't wait for everything to be finalized so we can just be done and we can just pack everything up and get rid of the rest of the stuff we have and be ready to move. I'm like, it'll get there in time. It teaches you lots of patience. So I have pillowcases I'm gonna use. I also got this, I wanted to save this. This was sweet. This was from Ashley Henderson. Super sweet. She made these. She said, thank you for being a wonderful inspiration to Christian moms everywhere. You're truly appreciated. So she is homeschooled, Crown of Thorns Academy. So thank you so much, Ashley. I thought that was sweet that you took the time to make that card for me. Thank you. Very encouraged. You guys, I was looking back. Let's do a little chat today. Is that good to chat? I was looking back on the Mother's Day giveaway video and just reading everybody's advice from their mom. Like so encouraging reading things. And I just went, this is beautiful, like beautiful. Even like people that went through different things in life and didn't really have a mom or didn't get much advice from their mom, or maybe they're, you know, moms, we're not perfect. We are far from perfect. No one is handed a book that says, here, this is the perfect way to raise your kids. You can get books out there. Trust me, they're not perfect because, and I know this because I know a lot of large families that do and raise their kids, right? It's hard to tell, let me go back. It's hard to tell when you have one or two kids, like if a parenting technique works, because the likelihood, yeah, you can get two that turn out perfect according to whatever standards and like have no problems and think this is the way to raise them. And then you can do it and then have two totally screw up and you're letting it screw up. Go the opposite way, is that the better word? And so what I've noticed in large families, and I feel like this is where they're testing nobody's testing theory, but you're able to see it better. You can have, when you have a wide variety of kids and then you raise them all the same, pretty much the same household, same standards, same problems, same issues, same screw ups, same all these things, same good ways. Like you have some that turn out a certain way and then you have others that go a different way. And you're like, why? And it's hard to tell, and sometimes it happens in 1 and 2 family homes. And I know it happens because I know you can have 2 kids, one goes one way, one goes the other way. And you're like, how does that happen? They have the same amount of something. And you always can go back and pinpoint and say, it's because of this. It's because you did this, Mom. Your parents are always to blame. Just remember, Mom and Dad, you are always to blame for your kids. They're just going to look to you and say, this is because I was raised this way. And I love watching older, wiser people that can look back on their own childhood and say, wow, that would screw a person up if that was done or whatever. But like, they're able to be resilient and just come out of it and just go, you know what? It's not about making the perfect home environment. It's not about doing the perfect thing all the time, because no one is going to. No one is going to do it. And you're going to screw up things. You're going to do things wrong as a parent. I know I did. I still do. But it's like you're working. It's more on the recovery of life instead of so much perfection. I saw a video on that, and someone said, instead of worrying about perfection, they're more focused on recovery and moving forward. And I'm like, genius. And that's it for life. It's like the recovery and just keep going because you're going to. So reading all of those comments, it's like pretty cool how you can, like, so many people have learned different things from their moms and just different things in their life. And it's like, that should be compiled as a book or something somehow, and just having tons of advice for everybody. I'm like, that's a beautiful thing. So just good reading that stuff and being encouraged. So I know I was encouraged this weekend for Mother's Day, and just a couple people, good friends wrote, and you don't think much about, like, I guess I didn't really think much how I would feel with my mom not being here. I mean, because my mom lived far away anyways from me, and so I didn't see her on Mother's Day, and sometimes it just was worked out. She was gone. I didn't talk to her on the actual day. It was just a different day, but it was like, didn't like know how I'd feel, and like then someone had messaged me and just said, praying for you. And I was like, oh wow. And then the emotions start going and you're thinking about things and you're like, okay. So it was just beautiful. Thankful for encouragement, godly encouragement. Thank you for encouragement from friends. And just, you know what? Resilient. Resilience is the key. You don't need to be perfect at what you do. You don't even need to be, a superstar in anything, but being resilient to things around you and just moving forward. That's the key, because there's always something to blame. Trust me. I can look at my parents, and I love my parents, love them with all my heart. And I can say, you know what? You did this. You did that. You did that one time in my life. You did this. You said this to me one time. I could do the same thing. Just like my kids can look at me and say the same thing too. But it's like, for what? For what? It's like, be resilient. Let's get our thoughts together and let's move forward on things. Let's forgive and move forward. And so I know it just makes everything so much better when you can truly forgive and you can just truly move forward with your life without any like, you did this to me. I'm going to stick up a wall. And I'm not going to let you in. I'm not going to let you talk to me because I'm not going to be hurt anymore. But working on that's why it's so important to work on yourself instead of everybody around you and what you do, because your environment, what you were raised in, what you're brought up with, it's like that builds you as a person. Some people are easier to go through things in life because they are a lot stronger, because they've had to be more resilient and more bounce back on things. And there's some people that have been more coddled in life because they're not gonna have to worry about that kind of stuff in their life. And so God has designed each and every one. The key is He knows everything. He knows when you were born into poverty. He knows when you're born into a really bad home situation. He knows all of these things, and yet you still were. So I guess ultimately, like, I think about it and I'm like talking and I think, okay, we can sit and blame. We can blame people all day long, but in the end you could just go, God, why? Why did you put me in that situation? And so do you want to get mad at God for where He had you in your life? No, I would not want to do that. Instead, I would go, all right, God, what are you going to do in my life to heal that? What are you going to do to help me so I can change that for good, even though the enemy meant it for bad? That is the key, I think, to everything, because it's easy. It's easy to blame. It's easy to say no more. It's easy to say, this is my life, blame my circumstances. I'm just going to do this. Woe is me, all these things. Or you can say, or blame God, which a lot of people do. Or you can go, you know what? All right. Okay, this is my situation. It's sucky as it is, but God, what can I do to be healed from it? What can I do to move forward? What can I do to be a light to others who have gone through the same thing in my life so I can encourage them in the Lord? That is the key to life, because if everybody went through life with 0 problems, 0 parents screwing things up, 0 terrible things happening in the world, 0 having to do with less, having to do, just 0 trials in life, like how are you ever going to help anybody? You can only look at a person and go, their life looks perfect. They look perfect, and well, of course their life is perfect. Of course they're able to do that. I think I watch a lot of things of people that, they have successes in life and they have things, and people are like, well, of course you have it good because you had this, this, and this. But try doing this, this, and this like I did, and you'll never get there. It's like, you got to look at the trials. You got to look at the things you go through and say, yeah, but it molded me into the person I am today, and I'm here, and I'm able to say, you know what, it made me resilient, it made me stronger. I'm able to handle the things of this world. I'm able to handle a lot more than most people do that make them cower and crumble and fall because of my circumstances that I went through. So, all right, all good things. Okay, let's keep going. You guys ready? So, happy Mother's Day. Thank you for that, Ashley. Here, I have got pillowcases. So I'm looking at my cushions. I gotta look and see which ones are the worst. I know that one in the corner is the worst. I'm gonna take out all my fluff, put it inside here, pull the remainder feathers out of there, and stuff it back in. And I'm thinking that should work. Like, I hope, let's see, I'll let you know, because that was a mistake. So it's gonna be a $12 fix right here. Or the other option is take it out, shake all the pin feathers off, which is gonna be everywhere. And they're in everything. I know they are. So I don't think that's gonna work very well. So let's do that. And then I've got my carpet cleaner out over here behind the flowers, and I've got a little bit of cleaner left. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get some more cleaner, and then I'm gonna carpet clean the couches, get them clean. So now this one's dirty. We live on them, they work, so it's good. All right, let's go put these in the cushions. All right, right off the bat, this is turning into more of a nightmare than anything right now. I'm like, there's so much. There's like thousands of feathers in here, and they're just stuck to the side of the cushion. So as I'm stuffing the pillowcase, I'm like, wait a minute, obviously the pillowcase would fit if it was flat, but you're gonna fill it and it's gonna get rounded. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So I don't know. So my thought is to make this the best I can. Obviously, I'm not going to be completely feather free because, I made that mistake. Just learn from me. Do not do this ever. So what I'm going to do is take out most of the stuffing, put most of the, it's all intertwined. So it's like impossible. Thank God I didn't do it to every single cushion, but I did do it to a lot. So I'm going to take out the feathers and stuff those into the pillow as best I can, and put the and then clean off the piece that is like up against people's backs, because obviously that's where you get poked with a pet feather, and then put the pillow that place on the pillow. Stick the fluff around it. It's gonna have feathers in it. Push down and pull out as much as I can on the feathers, like on the cushion, trying to get most off. Oh my goodness, just what a mess. What a mess. So I'm thinking that's gonna be my tactic. I don't know. I'm still gonna be pulling feathers out, but I think less. I don't know. But I guess it's a good suggestion. The other option would be I was thinking of cutting the pillowcases and then just putting them up against one side of the cushion, which probably would help as well. But there's like thousands of feathers stuck up against the cushion, and like you literally cannot pull every single one out. You'll be here forever doing that. So I'm gonna try this for now. I might in 6 months from now get sick of pulling feathers out, and then I might open this back up, revisit it, probably buy all new fluffing for my couch. No, I won't do that. But I could pull off all the side and then put the like material up against the side that's in your back. I guess that is an option too, but I'm thinking this is good, but I'm taking the cushions off the couch and there's feathers everywhere. I will get out my big vacuum, the plug-in kind, and suck all this up really well, you know, and then this is my focus. My focus is this couch today. That's all I got to focus on. So I will take everything off, vacuum up everything really good, and then we're going to carpet clean it after. So, but yeah, just what a mess. What a big mistake. So it's okay. It's okay. Reaping what I sow here. So we're just going to continue on with the ones that poke out. I recommend putting on some good worship music. That's going to get you through this because, yeah, it's a lot. And pull your hair back in ponytail because you're sweating. It's all good. It's good. It is. It really is. Just again, don't do what I just did. Let's go through and find the next one that pokes out really bad. So this one I'm just deciding to put the pillowcase in there flush with the part that actually puts in a person's back, and then see if that will help. Again, there's thousands of feathers stuck up to the top, so it'd be impossible to pull every single one out. And then I thought, well, when I get the vacuum, maybe the vacuum will suck through and pull it out, but no, that didn't happen. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Again, don't do this. So I'm gonna do my best. That's what I can do. Do your best. So I think that's as far as I'm going to go as for getting the feathers out. I'm good, pretty sure, like I said. It's just a lot. So we will do our best. I'm going to get the vacuum here and just suck out the cushions real good, get all the dirt out before I do the, you know, the carpet cleaner on here. But I don't know. It might just be one of the things, just keep pulling the feathers out. I got them where mostly in the corners when you sit, that's where most of the feathers poke through. The regular sitting, not a big deal. It's just going to be one of those fun, like, oh, fill your couch and like, oh, pull the feathers out. It's good. It's good. All right, that took like 2 hours to do. Oh my goodness. And I know I didn't get all the feathers out of it, but it's good. I tried to flip the cushions the other way too. I can't really do that. I guess I can. It's just us that sees it. But the corner cushions obviously are made for the couch a certain way, so you can't flip those. So I just flipped the rest of them just to get, get used in a different way. So I'm going to pull up my water here. Get some cleaner. Oops. Oh, see, I thought this comes out. Put some cleaner here. This is one I like. Bissell Oxy Clean and Refresh. You don't need very much. Put it in hot water. This little contraption, I've had this for a long time. I think it's all over the internet now with everything, but it works great. Simple and expensive. We'll clean the couch. Cushions, dirty, dirty, dirty. I'm sure when I'm finished, I'll have a big black container of water. It's amazing. I mean, you do it on your floor. It's the same way. It's just dirt. It's all that unforeseen dirt that you think your house is spotless, but it's actually not. So when the kids were little, I would do this probably every month because they were climbing over the couch all the time, but we haven't done I don't even know, it's been a few months, maybe before Christmas when I did this. So this will be good to have done. We'll move it. Again, it's going to get dirty in the move. So I feel like you'll get into the house and I'll probably want to clean it again, but maybe not. I don't know. It'd be nice to get something to cover it while we're moving it, but all things you have to go out and actually plan and doing. Like probably getting some big sheets or something like at Goodwill. Ooh, there's an option, isn't there? I might mark that down for myself to focus on, like just king size sheets at Goodwill where they don't cost much, or even because plastic sheets. You know what? I'm thinking they do have those big rolls of plastic. We could use too. But then everything would slide. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Figure out something else, Greg, and see what thinks going to be the best route. So I'm just going to clean the surface of it where everybody touches. Just a quick on the back so it doesn't soak too much, the arms and the seat part, and do the whole couch. Okay, cleaning up the cushions here on the couch. This always takes time. It takes time to just carpet clean and get it done, but once you're done, you've got it done, like one good time, and then the germs all accumulate on there. But this is pretty good. So getting everything clean, I could do the entire thing, like the front, like in the bottom, like I don't know what you call it, the bottom part, the kick plate of a couch. I don't know what that's called, but it's okay. That's not as dirty. I see there's a couple spots I should have scrubbed. I just kind of went back and forth over them to see if I can kind of get out the little stains on there. But for the most part, it's clean. Like for the most part, it's pretty good, and just dirty water, just like the floor looks. Same kind of dirty water. And then I have a pillowcase full of feathers still here, which I'm not going to do anything with. I'm going to throw the feathers and stuff that I have out, but I will just keep that extra pillowcase until I see, like, did that really help any of these cushions, and kind of, play it by ear how this the couch is with all the feathers everywhere. But this is good. I turned my air up a little bit so that I can get some air movement going in the home, and we are going to call it good. This was the big thing I wanted to accomplish today, and yay, I did it. Now everything else is just whatever, school and dishes and laundry and bathrooms, but for the most part, this was what my big goal was today. since I did the thing I really want to do is my couch, done with that. So now I'm gonna clean this out because nasty, look, all the yuck inside there. I'm gonna clean this out because it will just go in storage when we move. And so cleaning it out really good, letting it dry is a good thing. I'm gonna do that, let it sit. It's not outside because it's rainy, of course. So scrub as best I can, try to get inside of it. These vacuums are the worst because they do get, I've had multiple where it gets inside and it's so hard to get out. So I'm gonna do my best. I had the cat thing that goes over it, it did not work. So we're gonna do our best to clean it here, get some tiny little tools in there, clean that out, and then call it good for, oh, I can actually take that off, can I? Call it good for cleaning. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is make some breakfast because I am hungry. So I'm just putting toast in my toaster and I'm gonna fry a couple eggs. Put that on there. We do like my avocado toast the other day, but I'll do eggs and some salsa and I'm thinking Parmesan cheese. That's gonna be delicious. That'll be my breakfast. All right, here I am. I think the last clip I was just editing today's video was me making breakfast. A lot has happened in this last little while. It's actually 3 o'clock now, hold on. So a lot has happened in the last little while. I'm like, oh my goodness, my day, what didn't I say I want an easy week this week? Yeah, it didn't turn into an easy week, it turned into just busy phone calls, emails, a bunch of stuff I had to respond to. And I'm like, oh my goodness, wow. And then Jaden, she was so funny. She sent me a message. She's like she was done or whatever. And I thought she put it done and she made a smile, or what did she make? A heart with a, you know, the less than symbol and then a 3. Okay, I would just put a heart emoji. And so I was thinking, I saw that. I'm like, oh, you're done at 3. Okay, no big deal. So I'm like, cool. So I responded back real quick, like, sounds good. And then she like messaged, then I started working and then she messaged and she's like, so what's your estimated time to pick me up? And so I'm like, you said 3. It's like, no, Mom, I said that was a heart. So she's like, that's okay. I'll forgive your oldness. So I'm like, I'm so sorry. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is dinner. I gotta get dinner rolling here. And so we are doing easy. There's like a lot of French fries actually here. That's okay, we do a lot of French. I'm like looking at this going, this is a lot of French fries. Sloppy Joes. Sloppy Joes, remember I have these little tiny slider buns? I do have some regular, a few extra hamburger buns too, but this is the main thing right here. That's actually done. It's just, I was cooking the meat earlier, and so that's done. Yeah, that's easy. Sloppy Joes, people, right here, real simple. If you got a freezer meal, do this way earlier, like, and freeze it, and then all you have to do is just thaw it and heat it up in the microwave, whatever's easier for you. Do what's good for you. I just cooked the meat while I was doing something else, and then got to do that. So then what I'm gonna do is fries. We're doing fries, people. Easy Monday. So we've got sweet potato fries, regular fries. I feel like there's a lot of fries for the small amount of people eating, but that's okay. This is gonna go in my oven here. And then I'm, like I said, it's busy. I'm like, my goodness, I got stuff outside. I had to clean out a couple, like the carpet cleaner. I got that sitting outside in the sun to dry. The sun came out. I got the pool vacuum in the pool. I gotta get that out and then go rinse the filter because it's full of lots of little stuff falling from the trees this year. So it's been good. It's just been busy day. I'm like, my goodness. So I'm thinking randomly into the future of when we're gonna be moving. So we are gonna be moving into a neighborhood, okay? And so those of you that have tiny dogs like Maxine, what do you do for
poopy pickup. Now, I understand, like, I know when we take her for walks and stuff, I have like it on her leash. I've got the little bags and stuff, so it's easy to pick up. But what do you do in your backyard? Because here we live on a mountain. She doesn't go anywhere. Usually she doesn't go anywhere by the house. She always poops like up in the mountain where nobody's at, but that's gonna change when we move into a neighborhood. So she's gonna have her backyard. But I was like thinking, I'm like, I know I could train her to go in a certain area, or I thought I could even get like a patch, you know, like where they got those dog mats, it's like the fake grass, and it's just literally like one area for her to poop on. But I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how bad it is. I mean, she's tiny, so it's not that big. So what is the best way to do it? To get like one of those scoopers and then just scoop it into a bucket or something? I feel like then you'd always have a container of mess, like poop. It would stink. I know it would be closed. Or is it good just to pay for the bags and pick it up? I mean, she poops like, what, once a day maybe? And pick it up and just tie the bag and throw it away. Like, that's probably not as much cost effective, right? Because aren't they, I don't really know how much. I don't really know. I think there's 30 bags for $5 on my ones I got for when I take her for a walk. I don't know. I'm sure you can buy it in bulk cheaper. So let me know the best way to pick up dog mess in your yard. For those of you that live in a neighborhood, only for the ones that live in a neighborhood that have to pick it up with your yard because your dog messes and you have to go pick it up every day. Because that's what I would do. I would not leave it long because obviously we're going to go outside on it and I don't want to step on dog poop. So let me know what's the best way. The scooper, like I think of like a little claw thing that picks it up, or just a little shovel. I mean, she's tiny, so I don't know. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts on that so I can decide what kind of poop equipment to purchase for Maxine. I know, big things in this household. I'm thinking ahead. I'm trying to get my life together here. I've got a big list on Amazon of things that I need to get. Just a little list, but things that I need to, you know, get, that I'd like to get before I move into our new home. So perfect. I'm gonna like let this cook. And then what am I doing? We're doing laundry. The house is done. What else is on our list? That's all outside, the towels and just the pool. So it's an easy day. It's an easy day. I have another inspection tomorrow. So I know lots going on. And so I just have to work around that, and I will. It'll be good. This is all gonna come to an end soon, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I can either weather through it nicely or I can make it a mess and be stressed. And no point to be stressed. So it's good. Oh, look at it. We have a whole thing in this. I bet you the kids didn't even see that in the corner over there. Hiding over here in the corner of the kitchen. I'm like, they probably didn't even see that. So I'm gonna run out real quick, check my pool, be back in. Let's see where we're at for the day, because it's Monday. It's Monday. It's been a good Monday. I don't feel like I've done a ton because phone calls take up a lot of time, but I did get the main goal, which was the couch done. So that's a good thing. Okay, back to reality life. I have much going on. So dinner is here. I'm gonna pull out our veggie tray. Dinner's gonna be veggies, and then we're gonna have sloppy joes right here on the little sliders, and then inside here are our fries. Those are spicy sweet potatoes, and then regular fries, so a little bit spicy. Tonight, I still have a list over here. We still have to skim the pool, even though we didn't go in the pool. Dishes, we have more dishes, always dishes, and carpet cleaner, which is sitting outside drying. So, because it's kind of sunny, I figured the air is drying it. We'll see how that goes, and that's it. So I'm gonna close today's video because more behind the scenes, lots I have to do extra that doesn't involve filming. I want to get done, edit today's video and be finished with it so I don't have to worry about it, and then I can continue on with my night because I still have much to do. So I'm thankful for my rest this weekend because I can see already that I'm gonna need it. So you have a fantastic, I'm talking fantastic rest of your day. I'm gonna be here tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna do something. We gotta make food because we have to eat. And I don't know what else. I don't know what else we're gonna do, but well, food, definitely food to eat. So have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye.